the next little section we look at is when we think about culture and we think about organizational progress and performance and results. And it's trying to link these things together. So again, on the screen you'll see a visual. And in that visual, what we're saying is we've got this yin-yang symbol. And yin-yang is a sign of balance. So we're looking to have some things in balance. And we took this from Jim Collins' Good to Great. I think anybody who's into management and leadership, it's a great book to read if you haven't done so already. And just page after page of some wonderful advice, nuggets, and information you can use. And this one really excited me. It's the preserve core and stimulate progress. And preserve the core. The core has to be centered around your vision and your values. Now for us, that's the 3 V's. So, preserve the core, preserve your 3 V's. So you need to have one to start with. And it starts to give you a chance to shape your culture as well. But you've got to communicate that on a regular basis and make sure people understand that.
And when we say preserve the core, I guess it's preserve the core if it's the one you want. So
Yes.
it's developing that core,
Yeah.
which is the cultural element of it. Because I guess as we've looked at this and thinking, what culture do we want to develop? And if it's not the one you've currently got, so it's transitional from what you've currently got, if it's not what you want, to getting that core that's going to work for you.
So it's the 3 V's, yeah. And you're absolutely right there. If the culture isn't working, then the leader has the responsibility to change that culture. And to do that, you need a fresh set of 3 V's. Okay. So you need a new vision, because the old one's obviously not serving you well. It's taking you in a different direction. You want to go here, and the vision's taking you over here. So the set of values and beliefs and attitudes and behaviours is aligned with that. You're going in the wrong direction. We need a new North Star now.
Absolutely.
Move towards the new 3 V's. And that's what you're looking to preserve now, the new 3 V's. Yeah. So preserve the core, and that will enable you to start thinking about how you can stimulate some progress. Organizations, we've seen it, I've experienced that, trying to stimulate lots of progress within a culture which is not really going to embrace that change. And you're going to have problems. There's going to be some clash, some friction now. So preserve the core, and the link between the 3 V's, preserving the core, and getting to stimulate the progress is the culture. It's the thing that bridges the gap. So the 3 V's just gives you the means to start thinking about what the culture can look like, how you can communicate it, how you can look to start measuring it somehow. And that culture then, that's the one that you want, that's what's moving towards your North Star and the business that you want. Then you can start to think about how you can stimulate progress. And that's your strategic priorities and your action plans, all those great business tools that I'm sure you've all got a handle on. But yeah, 3 V's, preserve that core, build your culture, and then start thinking about stimulating progress in the organisation.
And the diagram there, the yin yang, obviously you mentioned it's about balance. It's from Chinese philosophy, and really yin yang is balance, and it's no different in business. How if you think of the vision, the values, that North Star should be quite fixed, certainly for a period of time. And if it's not serving you well, then you would look to change that. But certainly think of that as the fixed elements. And then yes, your strategic planning, your action plans, that's more flexible. So in terms of the yin yang metaphor, it's the fixed elements, but also the flexible elements, because things do change, the environment changes, things just change in business. So don't be too fixed with the strategic element in terms of the action planning, etc. But your guiding light is your North Star, which should be fixed for a period of time.
It is, and the other thing that we put in here as well is we'll hear us every now and then talk about traits, behavioural traits, gentle traits, dynamic traits, and you could argue the vision, the values is
Absolutely.
all the gentle traits, and all of the stimulate progress. This way you're getting into dynamic elements of the business. So yeah, so there's the preserve core, stimulate progress. Took that straight out of Good to Great, and a little modification around that using some of our terminology.